How you doing, Internet? I'm B-Nuts. Welcome to another Genshin Impact stream. I am a small streamer YouTuber, and if you like what you see from my channels, well, you can check out my other stuff too. I do have a Twitter where you can follow me. I have a Twitch where you can also follow me, and a YouTube where you can like, comment, and subscribe, all that usual stuff. Today we're going to get into the Genshin, the new event there. I just realized that I don't know where my border's gone off to. Weird. Oh well. So we have a new event, and because of the way things are with the event, I would get the most resources if I was to ascend only. So that's kind of what I plan to do. So let's go over. I should actually have this in the back. Yes. There we go. So I do have more than enough adventure XP. Likely I have enough to get all the way to AR 45. And I've been hesitating because I know that I don't have enough resources. But I kind of have to do it anyway. Or at least I feel like I should do it. So before I do, I should probably say a few words about the banners and how they work, because this is something that has come up within the community. Primarily because of the new weapons banner and the pain it has caused some people. So first, let's look at the standard banner. So here you have a chance of getting items and weapon. Every 10 pulls will guarantee a 4-star item or character. Every 20 will guarantee a 4-star character. And you can also roll for all these 5-star items and characters, which at least on paper should have equal probability of dropping. However, the more popular something is in sort of a hidden way, the less likely you are to get it, or him, in Deluxe's case. But all of these are supposed to have the same chance, and all these are supposed to have the same chance, at least on paper. And of course, 3-star item drops 94.3%. And there's no guarantee about getting specific 4-star or 5 stars there. Over here on the limited character banner, again, every 10 pulls guarantees you a 5-star item or character. Every 20 a 4-star character. And then you have the 5-star. Well, first of all, you do have the rate up 4-star characters who are more likely to drop, but you can still get non-banner characters as well as 4-star weapons like Sacrificial Bow or Rust. You can still get those. And then you also have rate up 5-star character. So when you get into the pity zone, if you haven't drawn a 5-star character by then, you're more likely to get Kaching in this case. But you can also get a non-banner 5-star character. And usually this would also include Kaching, but because she is rate up, she is removed from the pool of non-banner characters that you can get. So you're more likely, if you don't get Kaching, you're more likely to get Mona, Chi-Chi, Diluc, or Jean. than you would in the standard banner, because Kaching is removed from that. So ordinarily with the limited character banner, she would be in with the others, and then you'd have, say, in the case of the Zhao banner, you would have Zhao as the rate up, and then 50% chance of getting him, or 50% chance of getting Kaching, Mona, Chi-Chi, Diluc, or Jean. And that's the way that worked. Again, because Kaching is removed from the pool of non-banner characters, the probabilities are slightly altered. Then we come to the weapons banner. And this has always been this way, by the way. So here you have, again, with the 4-star drops every 10, a item or character every 20. Oh, or at least it should work that way. Consolidated. It should be a 75% chance it's one of the featured weapons, such as Lithic Blade, Lithic Spear, Lion's Roar, Sector Bow. If the first 4-star item you win this event is not one of the featured weapons, next you win is guaranteed to be one of these featured items. And remember that duplicates can become converted for constellations, but after the 8th time, even though they're still duplicates and you don't need them, they just become masterless star glitter. Also, the wish guarantee count is accumulated within weapon event wishes only, independent of the guarantee counts of other types of wishes, but it still counts across multiple weapon banners. Now, unlike the limited character banner, you have chances of these 2 items. However, Staff of Homa is exclusive to this banner, just as Lithic Blade and Lithic Spear are exclusive to this. So, and it's 75% chance that it can be one of this. It can also 25% chance be a non-banner 5-star, not character because they're not in it, but weapon, one of these guys. It can still be one of these, and you can still get a character, 4-star character from here, as well as 4-star weapons, and then all of the 3-star things that hardly anyone uses. But unlike with the limited character banner, there is no guarantee that if you don't get there is something of a guarantee. If you get a non-banner 5-star weapon, then you have the guarantee next time around that it will be one of these, but there's no guarantee which one it will be. So, and it resets every time, so you can get gravestone after gravestone after gravestone, and this is precisely what happened to Tectone, and he ended up spending $1,700 just to get his first Staff of Homa. Now, this isn't the chance that everyone is going to get. Quite a few people were luckier than he was. It's quite painful to watch. And you're going to have to be responsible for your own budget and saying whether or not you can afford to do this. Tectone could afford it because the costs were covered in what he earned, donations, gift subs, everything like that. But that's not going to be the case for everyone. All right? So if you're going to pull on the weapons banner, know that there's a chance that you will get gravestone after gravestone after gravestone. And there's a chance that you won't get Staff of Homa at all within your rolls. Most especially if you're free to play or a limited spender like myself. there are very good chances that you won't get up to pity to draw a 5-star item. If you do once, you're probably lucky. If you do twice, well, and well, that's up to you and your decision whether or not to spend like that. But as for me, I can't afford to do that, and I'm trying to wait for other banners, limited character banners, to get those characters. So my plan is to pass on this, even though I probably could get Lithic Blade or Lithic Spear for a leeway team. I just think that there's a greater priority on characters, especially since I don't have them all. And yes, I have not pulled on Kaching's banner because they're all on the standard banner, so there's no rush, even though the probability is changed from most limited character banners because she's not part of the non-banner characters here, like I said earlier. But you have to be responsible for your own thing and realize that you, whatever resources you have, you can't get any further than that. So that's a whole other issue. In other words, gamble responsibly if you're going to at all. So let's get down to what I was planning to do in the first place, which is the Ascension test. What did I just do? Oh, now I have full resin too.
Fate is called as such, for it cannot be changed. Not.
And of course, I have other story missions, which I could do perhaps another time, and a whole lot of world quests. I still have my keys from before. So, Adventure Rank Ascension 2.
Or can it be reversed? It can only but be accepted.
I don't know what to expect in this one, because I haven't done it yet on any of my accounts. But I fully expect it to be something like the Ascension 1 test, where you have to face a bunch of enemies all at once who are tougher than they would be out in your world, and it would be all capped off by one of the world bosses who's closer to what they're like in the homeostasis event than what they're like out in the world. I need your stuff. Oh, you reset because I'm too far away.
No touching!
I still don't like the way my aiming lags. That's a bit better. So I actually have to move my mouse quite aggressively in order to get the range of motion that I want. Alright, let's do this. Oh, hello, Adrian. Didn't see you there before. Welcome, and you're coming to us from YouTube, are you? So let's see. Ah, that's my Ascension thing. A huge number of monsters establish their camp in the ruins, threatening the safety of the area. Defeat them all, prove your courage to the Adventurers Guild. And it suggests a Pyro, Cryo, Animo, and Hydro. It doesn't seem to suggest a Geo, though. That's unfortunate. Or if I took out Mona and put in... I could use Sucrose. She's got good control. But then I don't have Hydro. But I want Noelle because she's a steady healer. Well, let's try it and see what happens. She's also my tank. And my alternative is to use... I could use Jean and then I have a second healer. But I don't have a tank. I'll probably be fine. Maybe. I'll take that chance. Noelle's been with me practically since the beginning, and she is a sweetie. If you check out her character story, she and Ganyu are both pacifists in a lot of ways. This looks exactly like the layout from the first. Although, I guess it makes sense since it's the same place. I think. I can't one-shot these guys anymore. They're level 60. Is this a place I can go or not? Doesn't look like it. It also looks like there's a barrier there. Sorry to disturb your dance. You can't hit me from there. Oh, I saw those missiles.
Off we go. Steady as stone.
Nope. It's been a while since I've seen the spinny move.
Why do they never miss?
Oh wow, they knocked me right off. Is that a failure automatically here? Nope. What? They're both still gonna come at me. Oh, come on. I had that. Enough out of you. And he got his shield back.
Off we go. Yeah. I must leave no stone unturned. Stand clear, born of ice and frost.
Where are you going? Not that I'm complaining about having some space, finally. Oh, no, you don't. No drops? So I barely managed that one. I probably should use food buffs. But I don't like to use them because then they give me a false sense of what I can and can't do. But I also have kind of a feeling like if I don't use them, I'm going to end up regretting it. Shield strength, can I do something with defense though? I'll wait until I need it. So I probably should do something to heal up.
Everybody stand back!
Oh, I guess that's as much as I can do there. Oh, I didn't want you to reset. I do need to get closer. Okay. That's close enough. Close enough for him to also hit me. Oh. That's a bit too close. Ah, what? I could not pull myself out of that. Unfortunately, no, Adrian, I don't have D-Luke. I was not fortunate enough. So I do hope to get him in the future. I have no idea when. Oops, I'm going backwards. Because the chances of getting him are incredibly low since he's one of the more popular characters. And for some reason, Miho seems to know which characters people want. I'm going to try moving more quickly this time. I thought those lasers would come back. Let's see if there's anything good in this. Whoa. Oh, thanks for coming.
Light it up!
Almost fell off. I just gotta hope that I can get across there without getting sliced. Oh, you have a little left story, do you? Okay. come on. I thought I was out of range. Good, bad luck. Always got duplicates. The first 5-star was a sword. Well, that can end up being very handy. Some people, well, I think most people thought that the primordial Jadewing Spear wouldn't be very useful, but now that it's Zhao's primary weapon, people really like it. So, luck can also turn.
That's gonna hurt in the morning.
2 months later on February 3rd, you got D-Luke. That's awesome. Very good. And 1 week later on a different banner, you got Jean when you went to Zhao, and last week you got to duplicate D-Luke on the banner and Kaching on the other banner. Any of these, were they the Kaching banner? As I was talking about earlier about the altered probability, since she's effectively removed from the pool of the non-banner characters. Oh, that's probably the guy who hit me. Oh, I do have heal on. Excellent.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
And you got Kaching on her banner. You can also get her on any other banner. So it's hard to tell which one is going to turn out to be lucky. I was free to play until after Albedo's banner. And then I think I started to pay on... what is it? The one that was after that. No, I think the Intertrain Fates for the next banner, yeah. Always tricky, but the events and login rewards that we're currently getting are making that a bit easier, I think. Well, looks like I've reached the first challenge. Well, it's definitely not the last. The banner before... Wait, Albedo's was the one that I paid for first, and I got my second Mona there. And then, when I went on to Ganyu's banner, because that was the 50-50, and I got the non-banner character, I didn't get Albedo, I had 100% guarantee to get Ganyu, but I had to go to full pity to get her. Then on Zhao's banner, I got him before pity, so that was kind of lucky. Yeah, it's hard, definitely hard to do free to play on this, because you can... Oh, I have a time limit for this one, do I need to be more aggressive. Oh, this guy.
No touching.
Who's escaping? Yeah, if you're doing free to play,
We're way behind schedule.
then the disadvantage is that you can only draw on... oh, he went to physical again.
Blaze over.
This should help.
Access denied. Let's light it up. Absorption test.
So,
Teamwork is dreamwork.
if you're doing free to play, then you only get to around the range every 3 or 4 banners, which definitely makes things trickier trying to get things. Let's try to limit. Oh, I didn't know there were still 2 of them. Oh, there's more. It's very hard not to start paying because it's so easy to spend money. But at the same time, there's also a limit to the resources you can get regardless of whether or not you're paying. And I'm sure that you're aware of that as someone who continues to do free play. So the first time I had access to 5-star characters, apart from the beginner, which is where I got my first Mona, I got Mona on Albedo's banner and Jean from the standard. But this account I'd also started, I think, at 1.2, so Zhongli was the limited character at the time. And I'd missed the previous ones here. But as long as you don't mind missing a few banners, and as long as MiHoYo does rerun banners, then it's not a big deal missing some banners. You can just plan for when they return and get the characters that you want regardless. And having the limit of being a free player can also come in handy in a way, because then you know how much you can spend on a given banner, because usually you won't be spending. You won't be spending money, you'll be spending fates and primo gems that you earn in the game. And without even the Welkin Moon, you can get between, I think, 3,000 and 4,000 primo gems a month. If I'm thinking correctly, if I'm remembering. Which you can take into account for calculations how often you'll get up to a range to get into pity, which is between 72 and 92, I think. That was currently the only banner that was sad saying goodbye. Yeah, Zhao had some very good support characters, but he's not very free-to-play friendly. But they told you during his trial that they had boosted the energy recharge on it. What they didn't tell you was that the version that they used in the trial was C3, and he had the Primordial Jade Spear. That was visible. What artifacts he was using wasn't quite visible. You could see that they were 5 stars, and if you knew the types, you could tell what they were. But that's about it. I've got either ice or hydro, and I think they're ice. And now they've seen me.
Let's light it up. Animal test 63.
Oh, come on.
Wait. Swirl, Mark 2. As a good knight should.
Are they? They're invulnerable to my swirl.
Let's light it up. Someone needs assistance. Let's light it up.
Oh, I missed.
Everybody stand back.
So, in a way, I do regret getting Zhao because I feel like, at least for now, I wasted some resources doing so. But it is possible I could build him up in the future, and so could you, so that is, if you did get him. If you didn't get him, it's not that big a loss, precisely because he's so difficult to build if you don't have the right artifacts. But I did enjoy getting Diona and Xinyan from the banner, and I even got another Beto for her constellation. So let's see. I do believe... Is this the last one? That looks unfamiliar. I think this is the last bit of challenge. So the first time we face the Electro Homeostasis. For Ascension 2. Let's see who we face. I would have loved to get more... Oh, it's also Electro... Huh. Pretty sure it's going to be stronger this time.
Steady as stone.
I used her shield so that I could basically ignore its shots. So I should keep moving, just in case it uses that prison move.
Next on the agenda.
Oh, getting punched apparently. And moving again. Oh, it's gonna do this swirly thing? No. Lasers from space.
Next on the agenda.
Come on. Game mode.
I can fix this.
Uh-oh. Now might be a good time to use some foods to regenerate her. Whoops. Almost lost her. She's gonna do, yeah, the crystals. And she's perfect for it because she has the elemental that's needed. My favorite character... I'm going to give her some food, though. My favorite character is probably... It has been Noelle. She's very steady, very reliable, even though she's not very powerful offensively, and she can do almost anything you would want her to be able to do. Second is Bennett. He is insane. Oh. And I'm AR 40 only, not 45. Bloodline increased to 5, max adventure rank. Oh, I am AR 45. Let's see something. Oops. I guess I can actually call up my character now when I go out. Bennett, he's got insane DPS for a 4-star character. He's got insane healing in his ultimate. And he attacks very quickly, which I really like. And then there's Ganyu. Ganyu being the character who I was using the most there. Her charge it, but it's charged at the second level, so it takes a long time. It's got high AoE DPS, which means that she does a lot of damage on that high of a level. I still have leftover experience this time. When I ranked up from AR 25, I didn't have enough to get to 36 after. This time I do, but I want to do that immediately. That would be nuts. I think I have to turn in this. Oh, I've now got access to the Dine Slave thing. And I can unlock Zhongli's. So let's get those keys there. That is awesome. Oh yes, and if I did have them, yeah, I do have a bunch stored up. I've been, and then I also, oh, this would be Zhongli's. Then I have Dine Slaves. And a bunch of other stuff. I'm first going to heal, and then I will go back to Mondstadt. And I want to see the difficulty of fighting the monsters now, even before I level up the characters. I think I need a point of comparison. And I think that would be interesting to see. I also have some oculi. I don't have enough for this yet. I need 2 more. Let's slot in my standard again. I use Mona mostly for traveling, but she's also pretty good when it comes to defeating things. Actually, from here I should go south along the same path we originally took. Level 60, the same world rank as me now. So again, you should still be able to handle the simple ones like this. Oh, he's only level 55. I don't know why that was stuttering. As I was saying before, I spent a lot of time trying to build up my Ascension materials and weapon materials and everything like that, so that when it came time to rank up, I would be more ready and not. Last time I did wishes, I wished on the Zhao banner. It was in my last stream. I think I wished either half a week or a full week into after his banner had released. I generally wish on the limited character, and if I have something left over, I might do standard, and I do believe that I wished standard the last time. And I did actually get Zhao, I think, on my 60th wish. So it was pretty good at that time. That's as lucky as I've been so far.
Traveler, please, over here.
Oh, I get a
It has
cutscene.
been a while since you joined the Adventurers Guild. Are your adventures going smoothly?
More companions would be nice.
Is that so? Apart from your own skills, reliable teammates are also indispensable when adventuring. Another
Indeed.
person to count on is always good after all. But recruiting such dependable companions is no easy matter, is it?
Not at all. It can be quite heavy on resources.
And it's even harder to get a guide as good as Paimon.
He's
Yes,
having none of it.
I do have some information that may be of help to you. Let me consult our records. Ah, there it is. There's been a certain blonde stranger who arrived in Mondstadt lately, dressed in most unusual clothes.
Oh, did I trigger the Dying Sleep mission by accident?
Blonde. Dress is all funny. It feels like Paimon's heard this one before.
I do not dress funny.
Wait, do you mean... Does that
Was I
stranger's
say?
face look anything like his?
I think she would remember that.
Hmm? Like the honorary knights? No, they couldn't look more different. This stranger is a very tall man, and even has an eye patch.
So a distant relative to Chaos. Referring back to his puzzle quest, when he insisted that he inherited his eye patch from his grandfather.
Seriously? How does this have anything to do with Kaya? Eye patches can't prove that you're related anyway.
Figured that out now, did ya?
That stranger declined the guild's invitation, so I can't say that I know anything about the relationship between him and Mr. Kaya.
Oh, okay, so it only starts when I go to the tavern. That's good because I want to focus on the Ley Line event first.
Nonetheless, you can look for him if you're interested. Perhaps he might accept your commission instead. After all, it is not uncommon for some adventurers to not want to be limited by the guild, but be happy to accept a fellow adventurer's requests.
Also, I wouldn't call what Dying Sleep had an eye patch. It's more like a half mask, because it doesn't actually cover his eye, does it?
And should the stranger be a strong adventurer indeed, he would certainly be a big help on your journey.
Sounds like a deaf customer.
Please don't talk down on yourself like that. You are the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius, after all.
And you know half the things that we've done so far. Saving Mondstadt is only half of what we've done.
Your deeds are the stuff of song for all the bards in the city, even now.
Alright then, about
Well,
the stranger.
as to further news about him, you may want to ask Mr. Lawrence.
Right.
He stands guard at the city gate, so he may know something about that stranger.
Yeah, the Ley Line event just started, which is the reason why I leveled up. Since at AR 35, you can't get the Hero's Wit items from the Ley Lines, you just get up to Adventurer's Experience. And I don't want to waste opportunity getting the resources, so instead of waiting until I had all the resources that I would need to level up and ascend everything that I have, I ascend now. It may mean that things get more difficult for me, but I'm prepared to accept that difficulty.
I wish you every success, adventurer.
So, as soon as I... okay, so that started that part.
Ad Astra at...
So I'll claim these rewards, as long as they don't unlock a further. Oh, this doesn't show me the stats that I get for it. So I want as many of these as I can possibly get. So I'll try to get those more from the ley lines. Just for the animal. Yeah. So 9 more of those. And some fragile resin, which is always nice. And that's character Ascension video. World level increased to 5. It already did that, didn't it? Yeah, my world level is 5, so that's not going to increase it
Ad
there.
Astra Abyssa.
And max level in adventure rank to 45, which has already happened to me. Character level up material, Ascension material. Royal Silver Urn. And the Noblesse Oblige. Set. I'm happy that none of those made me ascend. So once I get that, I would be able to increase my max adventure rank and my world rank. But I definitely don't want to do that just yet. Let's see what stats are on my new artifacts. Defense, HP, defense, attack. Why? I mean, this is probably decent for someone like Noel, but anyone else, and that's going to get in the way more than anything of the fight. And I do need to go through my artifacts and see what's most useful for everyone, but I won't do that here. Injury, charge, attack, but that's only 2 substats. I could add more by leveling it up, but they'll never be as high. I'll lock it for now, just because it does have potential, but I do have a feeling that I will be feeding them to other artifacts sometime soon. Fortunately, while the monsters have leveled up, my rewards should also be better now too. So let's see about the event. I've done everything that I could on the Lantern Rite, including Stand By Me. I got Ningguang, and I also bought everything from the Zhao Market. If you do everything, all of the challenges in the Theater Mechanica, you get just enough of the Peace Talisman to get every single item. You can just empty out the shop, which is fantastic. So this lists 4. So let's take a look at the Gardons, actually. Using original resin to revitalize blossoms of revelation and wealth will result in multiplied rewards. Ley Line Overflow has the following limitation. Using condensed resin will not produce the multiplied rewards. So no condensed resin. I haven't used it yet. I probably have access to it now though. The limited number of bonus rewards can be claimed per day. The maximum number of bonus rewards and the remaining number of bonus rewards are displayed on the Ley Line Overflow event page. Sometimes the blossoms that offer this bonus are region restricted. The applicable region can also be viewed from the Ley Line Overflow event page. In cases where bonus rewards from passage of time and Ley Line Overflow are both available at the same time, the one with the greater multiplier will be consumed. If both have the same multiplier, the bonus granted by passage of time will be consumed. So the bonus is going to be different. Since I'm AR45, I can do Ascension Dungeon 3. Yeah, but I don't want to just yet. I know that I have enough AR experience, but I want to build up my resources. Now that I should have better rewards, I should be able to get more stuff and then save those up so that I can ascend again later on, being more prepared. as I have been in the past. This time, as opposed to when I ascended when I was AR 25, I was prepared to go and stop at AR 45 rather than AR 40. So now I can build up again. This one is doubled. I have to go out again to get that, to see what it might be. And that's also doubled. What I'm curious about here is whether we can go and follow them along and will still be doubled, or if you're just limited to the ones that it showed on the event page. If you're only limited to the ones on the event page, then you can't always do Blossom of Revelation, I guess. Sometimes you would have to do Blossom of Wealth. And that's something that I can test immediately. So let's go test that. See how this plays. There are 2 of Wealth, 2 of Revelation, and it says remaining bonus rewards today, 3 of 3. So it's limited to 3. But you can do as many Blossoms of Revelations as you have resin. And of course, refill your resin if you want. And to an extent, that would also play into the Battle Pass. Because even if you're a free player, you do have access to 1 level of the Battle Pass. And the Battle Pass is good because it gives you access to a little bit of every resource that you need. So experience, it gives you some of the weapon stuff. You have enhancement ore, you have some Mora, some experience, fragile resin, even fates. And these on the top are all free. Down here, you get more, and you would get some talent material, which is in those. And then you would get the other fates. And then this one gives primogems if you do the Gnostikim. So having access to a little bit of resources every day can help. Because the amount that will be doubled reset every day. I'm assuming just like everything else, it would reset every day at 4 o'clock server time. Because that's the way everything else works. So it does say remaining for today, which would indicate that it does reset daily. So let's go and try this out. I am curious how this will play. It is a shame that it's limited though, especially since it's only up for 1 week. After the week, apparently it would be gone, even though having this is very useful for being able to build up more characters. You have double Mora or double experience stuff. So let's see how I do here. Gotta be careful of the brambles and stuff. Boom. At least there's no time limit on this, so I can be as careful as I want to be. Oops. Bit of burning.
No touching. Come on. Focus.
Now would be a good time for this.
Shadows of fate. Decided by destiny.
Not only do I get to play with Danyu's AoE, I have the bounty bow, the iridescent bow on her, which has a chance.
Steady as stone.
See how Noelle is healing on the right there? Because she's C1 for me. Nice. No one else dropped anything? Oh, they did. I just wasn't able to see it. Oh. Alright, let's see what happens. 27. And then it disappeared. Ah! It has this here too. So I guess it is doubled for all of them. Okay. In that case, you can use the doubled rewards for whatever it is you might want, regardless of whether or not you want the experience or the more. That's good. So I do wish it wasn't limited to 3 a day. There are a couple of days until the weekly battle pass rolls over. Pallid. Oops. Almost walked right into that. Now, I've heard rumors about the next character as well, although her trailer has yet to be released. And even though she's supposed to come out soon, as soon as Kaching's banner goes off, but before 1.4, and everyone's looking forward to her. Did it go away or not? Death from above.
Let me scroll.
And they're frozen. One of the reasons why people believe it's her in particular is because of the weapon banner and the focus on the polearm, the Staff of Homa, which seems like it would work perfectly for her. But because of the Chinese superstition that even mentioning what she's related to because of her profession and also style, it would be bad luck. So they avoided mentioning her, but there are different things within the game, such as a name card and the weapon banner, that kind of they kind of hint at the possibility that it's her, that she'd be the next. You can take any polearms, because Ling is the only polearm character you have. And you wanted Zhao for that reason. Unfortunate not to be able to get him, but that is the way it goes, especially when you're free to play. And I can definitely appreciate the struggle,
No touching.
since I also used to be completely free to play before. I really want to get Zhongli, because he performs awesomely, especially if you're able to build him up. And he's got defense. Right now, the only tank I have is Noelle, the true tank. If I had Zhongli too, his shield and his abilities would be awesome on my teams. And then we also have news of a Venti rerun banner. And Razor is supposed to be on it. And Razor is always good. So, like Zhao, he's also kind of selfish as DPS and abilities. There's The longer he stays on the field, also the better the abilities. Kind of. And when he leaves the field, so does his stand. Oh, was he the 50-50 for you? Zhao?
Blaze over. Access denied. Delves into destiny.
I forgot I had that up. Hello.
Access denied. I must leave no
A
stone.
little just in case. Oh, there's another one to the side. Yeah, I guess you had the same experience on
Schedule.
Zhao's banner
I can fix this.
that I did on Albedo's. Are they empowered? Is that why that one's going? Okay.
We're way behind schedule. Written in the stars. Delves into destiny. The stars.
Oh wow, I actually lost one. For the heals.
No touching.
Can I please finish one of them? There we go. This should be easier now.
Leave it all to me. Time to clean up.
It's level 68. Of course I'm having trouble with him. You got Jean from the 50-50 chance, making Jing 100% guaranteed. Jean can be a good character too, although she doesn't have as high DPS as a lot of the characters. She also has a healing field like Bennett does, so that can come in handy too. Imagine the crazy heals you can get with both Bennett and Jean on the same team. Although their synergy might leave something to be desired some of the time. This was the first time in a while that I've lost a character in battle. Does that make speed books really? The doubled? Oh, because it's 3 to 4 normally. Okay. So under normal circumstances, you don't get all that much from a single ley line anyway. And it's good because each of her attacks have a chance of healing everyone on the team. Same as Noelle when she uses her elemental ability. Yeah. Bennett doesn't have the same chance. Noelle does. It just goes to show that each character has their own forte and their own style. I'm going to start leveling up. Then you became my main DPS after I got her. And there's also this way to get rewards. So I now need this, and I can farm it. So the max is 80 now. How much does one do? That's not a lot. I'm going to use that 81. That's a sizable chunk. If I take out... I can't really see how much it is in that. It does take a lot. So let's see how much of the bar 85 does. And 300,000 mora just to get to 79. Will I do wishes this stream? It's a good question. Not really sure I should. If I did wish, it would be on Kaching's banner, since I don't have her. But I'm not sure that I want to at this point either. Because I can always wish for her on the standard banner as well. I want to save for you-know-who. So my plan is to wait and see who and what comes up. Though, if I had enough demand for it, maybe I would. Isn't going to give a lot, is it? Nope. Wow. That is a lot of resources just for one weapon. I can ascend him, but he doesn't necessarily need to be level 80 right now. I've heard that you can actually have your characters 10 levels below, and then, well, your main 10 levels below, and then other characters can be 10 levels below that, and you'd still have your team pretty well set. I do know well, since she is my main tank. Is a question. And I was thinking of making Ningguang a main DPS for my second team as well. So I could decide on that later. I could make her level 60. Any wish counts. Currently have 7 out of 180 wishes for a guarantee. But you got the duplicate Diluc, 25 wishes after Diluc, and Kaching 24 wishes after Jean. Yeah, plenty of people have been lucky that way. Usually before, when I made my wishes, I would go 10 after to see if I got back-to-back. And I haven't so far, although I didn't mind not getting either. As long as I got other characters or weapons that were useful, I was fine with it. Let's at least get her to this. And then I'll see who I need later. I can't ascend hers yet. But at least that'll help a bit. We send weapon to phase 5, and the character to phase 5. That gives back a bit. Bad part of having Kaching as the main DPS is that one of the materials needed to ascend is core lapis. Each respawn 3 days later. Yeah, the blue one too, it takes a while. You can also get it from one of the shops in Leeway. What was his name? The gem guy. Although, if you get from the shop, that you, of course, have to pay the price. I don't know why, but I have this feeling that I want a Hydro Claymore character in the game. We are missing a Hydro Claymore, aren't we? We have Chang Yun, but he's cryo. Or Chang Yun. So he's cryo. We have Razor, who is electro. Beto, who is also electro.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Xinyan and Diluc are both pyro. Do we have an animal one too? I don't think we have an animal one. Of course we have Geo. We don't have an animal one yet. It's interesting that you noticed that. He uses a sword, so he's not Claymore. Toxic Bugbear uses a bow. Clee hits like she has a Claymore,
So heavy.
but she's Catalyst user. Let's see. Sword. Oh, you're right. We don't have an animal or a Hydro Claymore user yet. So hopefully those will be added. I don't know what Ayaka is yet, since I haven't looked that much into her. But I'm assuming she's sword. Probably katana would be the image that I have of her. Question everyone asks since release to this day, and they're going to make a Dendro. I thought Yaya was going to be Dendro. Am I not remembering it right? And Yaya is also, I think, the 4th pint-sized character. There's definitely a lot of variety that could be used to fill out the ranks. So it's surprising that the last 3 characters that we've gotten have been full arm users, including you-know-who. Alright, let's see how my newly leveled characters do. Oop. Did I miss? Okay.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Off we go. Let's light it up.
Got the archers.
Born of ice and frost.
Give me a Gendron BC character. I guess I missed who it was. Or I haven't met them yet.
All hail. No touching. I can fix this. Let's
No,
light it
I
up.
can fix that. I do enjoy Bennett's heels. I'm guessing I just haven't met the Dendro character yet. Forbidden Curse Scroll. Oh, that must be from the mage. Rewards. Ley Line Overflow multiply rewards. I'm guessing that's to say that I've done with that. Yeah, 0 of 30 left. And 6 days, 6 hours left. So, if you want the rewards, better get on them. Meet him after meeting Chi-Chi in the game instead of being... Oh! It's Baizu? He's Dendro? I didn't know what his element was. The guy with the snake who owns the pharmacy, right? Let's see. Use resin, domain challenges. I could do more domain challenges. For ley line deposits, since I'm already on that. I want to see what kind of artifacts I get. Let's heal up first. I did the weekly bosses, I think, Monday, before I knew that I was going to be ascending for the event, although I probably should have planned for it, since we already knew how it was going to be. You noticed that he had a green vision on his waist. And got a little crazy that it would be a Dendro vision. Yeah, we can probably assume that it's Dendro. Indigo might be a bit tricky with the characters as I have them now. Should I go after this since I have one Noblesse Oblige already? It's going to be interesting as well to see who else they introduce, because there have been hints at a whole bunch of different characters, but not a lot that's really definite. And it's also interesting that Miho has decided to split the month for banners. Kind of party lower than... Yeah, but if I do beat this, I'll be in good. Also rumored Rosaria from Dragonspine Quest will be playable in 1.4. Yes, and that drove some people are pretty happy about that. But there are others, like Tectone, who are happy that they've changed her bust size, reportedly. Hopefully they will decide against changing it. I probably should level her up if I'm going to take her in with me. And fear the power of Geo. I want to bring in Sucrose. She's good for crowd control. Oh, I don't have enough to send her right now. When at least at level 50, she'll be more able to cope, I think, hopefully.
I want to help.
Let's see how we do. 1.4 is definitely going to be interesting, especially as it will introduce Inazuma and I'm guessing a whole slew of other characters. And we'll also get to see how Raiden is. Inazuma is also going to be interesting because according to Zhongli, Raiden has been taking away people's visions as something that only the gods should possess. Oh. You're in trouble.
I'll catch up.
Okay. Come on, heal. You have my undivided attention.
I must leave no stone unturned. I'll catch up.
Oh, those are annoying.
Rex Lapis.
Oh, man.
I am sorry.
And the two characters. Ah, come on.
Let's light it up. Off we go. Benny's adventure team. I have failed you.
Need to make
This is definitely harder than I expected.
Rex Lapis.
Really?
I am
It just
sorry.
pops up in the Bible and... Well,
It was my honor to serve.
really? Even her shield wasn't enough. Maybe there were only one or two characters because in the update after they'll replay the players with two or more. Yeah, who can say? This month has been extraordinary, shall we say, because we've gotten so far 2 character banners, 2 weapon banners, and of course the rumored 3rd character banner, which may or may not be coming after all. So we don't really know what to expect at this point. And it will be interesting to see. I think if I'm going to try that domain again, I definitely need to boost my characters and bring in the right ones. So I don't want to feel like I've leveled the wrong character, so I don't know who I will take. I could take Ningguang. Oh, I don't have enough to ascend these yet. Can I forge this? No. I can if I want. In an update, it's just an update in 1 or 2 characters, but in the next update, it will burst with content. With a completely new zone. I really need to realign my artifacts as well. At least if I do these, I can get more experience books. The Lantern Festival has also been an interesting experience because it is an event with many different little parts. Some of it has worked well, some of it not so well.
The stars foretold.
The Theater Mechanicus, I thought, is very interesting. But then you've got all the requests, and I think there were just too many of the same thing. If they could have put more variety in... Oh, that's a mistake. Oh, they're out of the water. And that one's not getting frozen at all.
Off we go. Yeah.
Let's take care of Mr. Freeze here.
Access denied.
Too bad his machine gun lasts longer than the shield. Really? I wasn't expecting her to freeze like that.
Out of the way. Yeah.
Alright, do that. And stunned. My iridescent bow is what... Hey, I wasn't expecting you.
Access denied.
Oof.
Delve into destiny. Fate is upon you.
Hope you don't mind I invited to Fluid.
I can fix this.
Where is she? Nothing. Oh, even though she was caught up in that, her Sisson were still attacking me.
Let me amuse myself. Got me worked up.
Now I'm gonna freeze you.
Look at me.
Whew.
Once more.
Definitely more challenging than it's been. So that's the normal rewards that you'd get. I want some more experience stuff. It'd be a good idea if they make something that a character will have less effect on their own element, like power characters have less effect on being burned. And cryo being frozen. That was one of the complaints when it came to Dragon Spine. But you could also say that you'd have the reverse be true as well. Although it's kind of always been that way with the elemental reactions. It's not necessarily been consistent, has it? No. On certain stuff, yes. On other stuff, no.
Let's light it up!
For example, I've had a lot of enemies get frozen from their own stuff. Especially more recently before I ascended. Though my favorite was definitely getting one of the Abyss Mages to bounce into a Hydro Bubble. Oh, wasn't expecting you. How many shots is it going to take one of these down now? Come on, I'm pressing and holding, but it's not going promptly into aim mode. All right, I forgot I had that down. Awesome.
Let's light it up!
Oh, come on. Not the spinny. No cover here,
No stone unturned.
except the one that I take with me. Bye-bye. I can still take monsters, but it's that combination in that dungeon I'm going to have to learn to deal with. Right. I do love that wind effect from my bow. Oops. So that guy must have been low level. To not be a problem for me. You mean this one on the quest? It's for the new ones that I got. Yes. Also that. There was the Dime Slave one, as well as that. Zhong Li's character story. Nothing here. I'm up to date on the other stuff. Wait, why is there one now? Oh, there's probably more options here for me to edit. I earned a name card, I guess. Let's see. Reward for completing achievement visitors on the Icy Mountain. That's from before. This is from the Lantern Festival. This is from Theater Mechanicus. One of these was hers. Which one was it? Here she is. No, Albedo, Ganyu. What do I need to get this one? Oh, friendship on the different characters. This is also friendship 10. That's why people are so convinced. An exclamation point for the characters. Other than the fact that I can level them up if I want to, I don't see anything else. Yeah. Pretty sure they put that in on purpose, though. I mean, MiHoYo has been very, very aware of what they've been doing, so it's hard to expect that it's a mistake, to think that it's a mistake, especially since they know how close attention their players pay to everything that they do.
Another test subject.
That was right in my ear.
Denied.
You're so spread apart. Too bad I don't have sucrose. Oh, those guys are together.
This is long
Oh,
overdue.
freeze.
I can fix this. Come on. Focus. No touching. Everybody stand back. Yeah.
Come on.
You're open.
Stop interrupting my aim. Or if you do,
Off we go. Delved into destiny. Decided by destiny.
at the start of each update. Probably, although usually when they're about to introduce a new character, they also have a trailer before, right?
Let's light it up.
This time we've had to rely on little hints in the game and leaks, which may or may not be accurate as it turns out. it's really hard to tell what is and is not accurate when it comes to the different things that have been leaked. And MiHoYo is very, shall we say, aggressive about tamping down on leaks. So even people who generally are very good about getting on new information, they're very careful about what information they actually display on their streams and videos. So, for example, Majestic, who usually has news very quickly, has been putting anti-spoiler pictures in front of the actual footage, but you can also go see the footage yourself. He always links them. But we'll see what comes, because it's not that long till we have until Kaching's banner goes away, and then we'll see who's next. But I'm hoping there'll be a stronger hint of who it is before Kaching's banner actually goes away. That way, people who still might plan on drawing or deciding whether or not they want to draw can make that decision from an informed standpoint. Are you Cryo? Yeah, you are.
Let me scry.
Adventure time.
It being Cryo is kind of irrelevant when he's getting a beatdown delivered to him like this. 1 or 2 Abyss Mages I can handle without a problem. 3 or more. That's where I start to get trouble. Oh, there you are. Where did the thing drop? I'm hoping that it's true the character who's been hinted will come into the game fairly soon. But I'm also hoping that they decide to put in let's go around. I'm hoping that they put in Rosaria, unaltered from when she was introduced in Dragon Spine. I think her introduction was unexpected to anyone, because we knew Albedo would be coming, but no one else. Oh, come on, I got stuck again. Okay.
Let's light it up. Go in.
I didn't want to end up frozen like that.
Steady as stone.
Let's light it up.
Everybody stand back.
No, you don't. Oh, come on, I missed. It was kind of hard to see there. I think maybe I'll level Mingguan next. I have her as C1, so she will do AoE damage. But her attacking speed is somewhere between Ganyu's and Fischl's. So she's not terribly fast, but she's not terribly slow either. And then there's the issue of how she does at close range. But she might be better to use than a lot of the other characters that I have. I don't plan on being too concerned about Spiral Abyss for now, because, quite honestly, I don't have the resources yet to level everyone that I would need. And I need to work on getting materials and experience stuff for my character so that I can fight more comfortably. Why do we even get the lower level enhancement stuff anymore? They're not really all that useful. Except for characters that we just get. If we want to save the higher level resources for later. It's the only way that it makes sense. Oh, can see this one here. But I do have to do a considerable amount of
Access denied.
Resource farming to be comfortable at this AR like I was before. No. I had a feeling it would be you guys.
All hail.
Oh, come on, right into the fire?
Let's light it up.
Why did I do that?
Time to clean up.
I meant to do this.
I'll catch up.
Hello. Wait,
Access denied.
that was wrong. For a second I thought that her blossom got it. And level of everyone up, it will be a lot easier to take this on. Let's return to Mondstadt for now. I'm out of resin. We're almost out. see if I can improve my weapon and experience situation. I wonder if I should completely rejig my artifacts now or later, because I set my artifacts a while ago. And I could also try to do something about this. These are crafted. I need 2 of them. I could also get them from the domain at the right day, of course. Why wasn't it visible? I can do some of those. I definitely need to do something about my characters and weapons and stuff. But that's at maximum. That I need to farm. I don't think I should make those. It's not going to be cheap. That's for sure. And then I need more of everything. And then I don't have this stuff for her yet. And let's see, who else? I don't use Fischl a lot. I have used him for pyro stuff. But I don't necessarily have to. Question is who to do. Be more of that. I can do that. I can't make the Oculus trackers yet, I guess. I'm assuming they come from a quest. No, they're not on here as anything that I can make. Three. And 1 bonus back. If I'm going to use Ningguang, then I definitely need to start saving up stuff. It can be 60, I guess. Alright, the maximum is 80 right now. Yeah, she can be level 60. How much would this be if I tried to do it? And then I should see if I could do anything about her artifacts. I think her Jade Screen scales with HP, and that's it. She doesn't necessarily need HP as the main stat. But I mean, that's okay, it's not perfect. It can be hard to say what would be good for a character. But I definitely want something with more stats than that. What did I have on her? Oh, that's also just 2. But I guess I had it because it's Sojourner. Still hurts, but I do have a lot of different, a lot of artifacts that I could feed to it to get those extra 2 stats. Just for the sake of having a boost, I guess. But even this would be better. What about Gladiator? Maybe this one is better. He's elemental after all. But that's flat rate. With this one, it's increase attack by 18%. It's kind of hard to tell which would be better. So let's see what stats it will give. Defense? No. She definitely doesn't need that. this also gave defense. What is with these rolls? Oh, this 4-piece set, though, increases charge attack damage by 35% if the character uses a catalyst or bow. That could work. This has percent. This has flat attack. See what it gets. Elemental Mastery, which isn't bad per se. Just needs one. Okay. Energy recharge. Which could be good for her. And it's not. It's flat. But they're both flat. Where did the other one go? Oh, it's this one, isn't it? Attack percentage should be better. Could use that. Definitely not a pyro damage. It's also Wanderer's Troop, but it's only 2 stats. I think it's only 2 stats from then on. That's unfortunate. But I did find that other thing here. I just need one more Wanderer's Troop piece. It's Berserk. This is Berserk. That's that other Wanderer's Troop. Defense, but it does have crit rate percent and attack percent. Ooh. Really? Defense? When I was looking for one that doesn't have defense. Oh, so there's a chance that it will or will not roll into it. But the attack is flat on there. It's a percentage there. I had more Wanderer Troop than I thought. And the crit rate on here is higher. And this one has geo damage bonus, but that's all it's got going for it. Let's find something not electro, that's for sure. Nope, don't need defenses, it means that. I mean, it put out other stuff fine. This for a Hydro. That one has 6.2 crit damage, but he's already got stuff. It's not like I get more from that. Does she do physical damage though? Geo damage bonus it is. And I'll enhance further later on. And let's see what she's got. I have something better with crit rate. I've really got garbage artifacts. And another reason why I ascended. I should be able to get better artifacts now. Of course, first I've got to be able to actually beat the levels. And that's for Pyro. And all these are 2-stat. I can't believe that that's the best I've got. Oh, hang on. And it's got crit rate plus 12% as a set. No, it's all that. Meaning as well that if I actually had decent artifacts, how much better do you think I could perform? Well, that's just all terrible, isn't it? Well, I guess I know why I'm not using that one. Even though it's got crit rate, it's a terrible stat. That one definitely rolled into defense. What she got on her? Oh, that one does have crit rate as a main stat. But so does this one. Could definitely be better. Even this one is pretty good, but it's still not what I want. And all these are 2-stat. No. I feel like I've got almost nothing. Where was the other crit rate one? No, not that one. Something with more stats. And that one's got defense, though. So 4.2 is better, and it gets enhanced every time, right? I hardly ever use Razor. Maybe I should switch him up. You should be able to filter main stat, substat too. Alright, the crit rate ones are the ones that go to the top. The rest are still there, though. I definitely could just swap them out. I'll just go to 8 this. Oh, come on. It's always something, isn't it? What does she actually have? This doesn't actually amount to a whole lot. That's actually pretty good. Hmm. What a defense percentage for her. Are you telling me that the one she already had was the best one? Depends. HP and crit rate on that. It's a lower defense, I'm sure, but this one hasn't been enhanced as high. And this one has even more defense. But also HP. And if that always rolled into defense, like it usually does, maybe. So it's only really useful if I have the rest of the set. Don't know if that's really all that useful to him. I don't actually have much from that set, do I? This is one of the ones that I just got. But the geo damage bonus. I have anything like that? Physical is actually probably better for her. But I definitely need something with better stats. So, lacking most of the set, he's gonna have to wait on that. Unless I want to go gladiator, maybe. And that's a decision I can make later. Wow. You've really been running one of these. The whole time. The 3-star instructor's brooch. Anything would be better than that. Oh, isn't there something with more stats? I could go with Sojourner or Gladiator. Not that one though. Well, no one else is eating it. Bad stats. Could be better. Also could be worse. Yikes. What does she have on for that? A berserk one? Maybe. And that one only has elemental mastery and attack. Already found something better. That is. You're kidding me. I don't use Lisa anymore, so anything that she's got equipped, I could give to someone else. Wish I had better stats on these things. Oh, still Electro. Quick damage and attack. This instructor. Unfortunately, don't think I do much better for now.
Has the most prosperous commercial port in all of Tibet.
wonder if there's anything else I could or should do character-wise. Need some more stuff for her. I often use her. Need 8 of those. And got 2 bonus.
Welcome. How can I help you?
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always ready.
How many would this be? Most of them. Now that I've got a more reliable
If you ever want to trade tactics,
source for those experience books, I'm not so shy about getting that up. Need 2 more of those. Okay, have the resources for that. It's not appearing. Good how that happens. And I have just enough. And I got it back a bit. Well, all of that should help me
If you lie on the
in
grass,
a fight.
you can feel the
Still got a long way to go on those things.
heartbeat of the world.
At least I should now be more capable in a fight.
Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer in your group.
I could level her up.
Oh, ow!
but it's not strictly necessary. We'll see how that goes. I forgot I'm going to make her a main DPS for a team. I have to ascend her more. Her crit rate isn't going to do anything much. Nor is hers. They're basically worthless. And even her defense isn't that high. Laughable, really. That'll do something some of the time. I haven't changed his.
Adventure team, assemble!
I need to farm artifacts, that's for sure. Well, how long have I been going? Almost 3 hours. Including time for artifacting. How much longer is left on Theater Mechanicus? I could end off with a round. And I think that will be good. We discovered what the Ley Line's event was like. I think I had a good conversation with Adrian about the game. And my character progression has gone along. So I do feel pretty good about that. That takes a long time. Let's go for something a little bit easier. As you already know, I've already max leveled things. I've already done everything that I possibly could in the Theater Mechanicus. This is just for fun. Kind of takes all the pressure off. we're doing this one. Not a lot of time left. I don't know if it matters which way I'm facing for that. Probably not. Did I get one in or no? Is the other portal open now? Yep. May as well. That's about all I can do. I should look for a good vantage point. Speedy boy would head right for the mine. The reason I spread them out so much is so that the towers can have good effect. Are they all going to go down there? And there are 6 left. Where are they? I like the range on the physical one. But it doesn't punch the big guys nearly as much as it should.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
And the AI needs work. It keeps on punching the corpses, for lack of a better word. Let's go for that. Now there are going to be mid-trolls. Oh. I could take out one of the ones. Well, that works, because I don't think I can do much else. I can't even make more mines unless the ones that are out get destroyed. Here we go. I shouldn't really have to worry about the down ones. It's the up ones. Where was that one going? Something is definitely up with the AI, because I've seen compilations where two rune graders, I think it was, were going head to head near an entry portal, not the exit portal. And they basically stuck each other that way. Well, I have no idea what that's all about. I don't really need points. And I can turn the mine here into something a bit more useful. Also this one. And anything else? Not unless I get it the maximum increased. I think. The only bad thing about the arrangement is that I can only boost so many of them. Right. Let's do it. They're stuck. You see why I did it that way, right?
It's
None
time
of
to
them
move
are
on.
able to get
We shouldn't
past.
stay here.
definitely want to build more up top. No, that's that wave done. This is the only one that really
It's
would
time
be
to move
useful.
on. We shouldn't stay here.
And they each have an electro, right? Yeah. Not much I can do there. Oh, wasn't expect that one to have the range to shoot down there. Even if it's not that long, the freeze lasts long enough. That was almost concerning. Do I get a bonus? Nope. I'll give the Hydro a bit of a boost. Again, I have one on each. Last wave. It's a grader, and it's fast. Whoa. Wasn't expecting it to be that fast. That one went down, though. And that one. So what was up with the first one? Did they just not get the boost from the boosty one? Is that it? On the left. And it's the little guy there. That's it. Easy. Well, I do believe that that should do it for this stream, this episode, whatever you'd like to call it. I came and did what I set out to do, and I'm pretty pleased with that. Suppose I could stream tomorrow. Doesn't necessarily have to be another Genshin stream. I have a lot of farming to do, and that is not going to be all that interesting to watch. What I can do... Well, I could get back to a build stream. Oops. I don't know what that was. My cursor wasn't popping up. What's their name involved in? Lawrence and Ragnar. Oh, so I have to do Time Sleep first. That's not a problem. Oh yeah, and the other thing that I can do in Genshin itself are uh, all of these quests here, which I have and are available to clean up. What is the state of my wish anyway? I've got 15 intertwined fates. I have that many primo gems and 22 of those. There are 17 more days left on the weapon banner, but I decided to go on that, and 3 days on that. Should I? It's hard to decide. I mean, I do want Kaching, and I can always use more constellations for Bennett and Ningguang. But I could get them on any other banner, and she's on the standard. So that's why I wanted to wait for an announcement about the next banner before I start to decide which one I do. But there's no news about which banner comes next. There's the weapon one. There's Kaching's. This is the current login event in Ley Line Overflow, which we just saw how it works in pretty much every aspect. So we're pretty much done here. Well, I'm pleased with most of that, how that turns out. With the Ley Line event, I do wish that they would either extend the time for it so that it's not just 7 days. They could make it 2 or 3 weeks, and it would be much more useful. But still, I'll be getting the Hero's Wit regularly now, so that would get me a small but steady supply of those so that I could keep on leveling characters periodically. So, yeah, it is limited to 3 per day and 7 weeks only, and you can only use your original resin to get that. Oh, hello, doggo. So, do be aware that it's original resin only, not condensed resin. Of course, you could use resin refills, but since it's only 3 a day, there'll be a balance, of course, with doing other things. Such as artifact and material farming, Ascension material. But that's something that I can work on over time from now until, I guess, the next event that forces me to consider ascending again. That seems to be a thing with me.
Must rid themselves of material desires. Only by ridding oneself of clutter can one see the true world around them.
Right, clutter. Like all this stuff in the game, right? Anyway, I do hope that you enjoyed what you saw today. If you did, you can, of course, leave me a like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. On Twitch, you can drop me a follow. And of course, you can follow me on Twitter to see what comes next. Well, I will, for my Twitter, because I'm definitely over there, see who I can raid. I don't think I've ever raided Takahata 101. You might know him from Team 4 Star. He has also made his debut as a VTuber, and he has a bar called the Weary 101. So let's go raid him. So thank you all for watching, and until the next time, please do stay safe, stay healthy, and be excellent to one another. Bye-bye.